Yeah, and I do like to say that, Ook is a champion in his own right, three-time silver champion who has never been to the gold finals, but we'll see if he can change that here. And Savage, who does have experience in both the semifinals and final round of the gold bracket, but has yet to take it all, and she is biting for that chance.
And there is much on the line here as we have the end of year finals at Happy Invitation happens in December because right now, Ook and Flindo, who's also playing today, are currently tied in the rankings. And Flindo would win the tiebreaker. So if Ook ends up winning this one, but Flindo doesn't win the next, then that'll have major implication in the ranking. Also, Savage could move all the way up to number 5 if she wins this tournament. So everyone needs every single point here tonight.
Absolutely. And they're already underway with this first game in this match. Ook did have quite a slanted board where it was all in those, rows 5 through 6, and a little bit of trash falling in that row 6 that I'm not sure he planned for. But we'll see how he gets around that. Whereas Savage, slightly leaning to the other way. So these are very, very flighty boards.
It's also a board where you see very differently on Ook's side. He has mostly actually. I think those names at the bottom of the screen are backwards. It confused me with it. Savage has a mostly yellow board, while Ook has a mostly blue board. But for the most part, none of the viruses are really buried or hard to get to, with the exception of that blue yellow in column 6 for Ook. I'm thinking that is.
Yeah, and well, I'm talking about the game on the left, so we'll make sure that that is actually Savage playing over there, who is out first at a 135 into her level 11. And one thing to note with the semifinal matchup here is that they will be playing best of 5 games. So you'll see that they need 3 crowns in order to move on at the bottom of the screen. And so we're in it for the long haul here on Sunday.
Oh yes, it's going to be a very exciting one here. As sorry, someone just knocking on my door here for a moment. Right now, there's a lot of red on the top of the person on the right, with a lot amount of blue near the bottom. It's kind of a almost reminds me of a fudgicle kind of creamsicle. Excuse me, how that board is. What would you, Betty?
Yeah, I know that they're wanting all those reds on that side, and it's really hard to kind of, break apart a board that doesn't have that color diversity. So you see, they are getting underneath those reds and getting some diversity on that side. On the right-hand side, it looks like, again, another story of not having any reds. So um, I don't know. They're playing great with what they're being given for sure.
Yeah, and right now it's the only real challenge one on the left has is really that long column in 8, which you never want to essentially called traffic light. Thankfully, to gain the pills, they need to take that down really quickly. And one on the right's gotten a fair amount of blue, thankfully, to help out with that huge amount of blue they had just a moment ago. It's about a 7 virus difference right now. Still anyone's match here.
Yeah, but this is oh, I love the move that oh, they could have taken a fat log. They didn't take it. Are they going to take it here? Oh, they missed it again. This is a tunnel vision move. They could have had a fat log for 2 different attempts at that double yellow and decided not to take it. And that is at this caliber of play, you just get into doing the play that you see and sometimes miss a more efficient play uh, going forward. So that is exactly what happened there. And again, when at this late in the stage, the nerves are high for sure.
After watching the reaction to how the end of that board on the right went, I am going to say the board on the right is Ook Librarian, not Savage Outguns. We know it's going to be Savage on the left and Ook on the right. We now know that for more or less
Yes.
certain, so that'll help out.
Yeah, but just make sure anybody watching it is the names are swapped on the bottom, and we do realize that, and we'll get that corrected shortly. But yeah, Savage is has about a let's say, 10 virus lead at this moment and is continuing to break away on this level 12.
Yeah, and again, for the most part, the only real issue they'll have is that column one with the long number of viruses over there. Well, Ook's got much more of a centralized board. He's got that column eight for whatever he wants to be dubbing stuff in later, but he's got quite a lot of work to do because he's got to get through, excuse me, all of those reds before he can really get
Hmm.
down to the blue, and that's going to slow him down quite a bit.
Oh, I really like this move that Savage is doing on her side, just trying to break away. Oh, this double blue, exactly what she needs. She will need another blue to clear that out, but I think that was the best play for her at that moment. Just down to needing a lot of red, and on Ook's side, beautiful clear in order to have that all those pills drop exactly where they need. You can see a lot of horizontal setup for Ook, and it's definitely getting the pills in the right spot, but not necessarily the quickest.
Meanwhile,
As
Savage got out at a 532 and is making quick work of this. She had a very flat top line, make with a lot of double opportunities both vertically and horizontally, which is helping her build up some good combos. You can see here. Looks like she's planning on taking off a whole bunch. If she could get a little bit more red and a lot less yellow, she doesn't need any yellow at all right now.
Yeah, and on Ook's side, definitely prioritizing those reds with one of his pills, which was a great decision. Getting out at a 616, he is behind the eight ball here, but never say never when it comes to this game.
Yeah, and it was the slowdown that Savage had for a while because of large number of yellows through his game and nine to top. This is only a 16 virus difference, which is not insurmountable. If Ook suddenly gets a huge bunch of colors he needs, or Savage gets a drought of a color, this could swap hands very easily here.
Yeah, I will say though that Ook had a little bit of trash situation up high, but he did seem to clear that up. But he is just a little bit slower on making the decisions he needs to of where to put the pills, and so that little bit of kind of delay is giving Savage the ability to keep the lead that she has.
Sometimes that happens, though. When you get to a high stress moment like this, where you get to a point that you've never been to before, or the pills are just not exactly what you want, you can suddenly have that almost frozen moment where, like,
Oh,
what do I do with this pill?
and I did see a good setup that I think Ook was trying to go for. The pill just got away from him a little bit, and he did make a really good play with it getting past the point where he wanted it to go. So props to that. But Savage now down to just needing a blue and a yellow and taking this first game, and here it is, and she will take game number one and crown number one.
7:55 at the time. Ook was not really all that far behind. He made it pretty close, only a 10 virus difference. You take a look at where those viruses are set up. It might have, if he had, it might only be like another 15 to 20 seconds. It would have been a very close match.
Absolutely, but 7:55, a wonderful time for this bracket. So, uh, GG's on that. And I am going to find hot times so I can make sure that I can speak intelligently about those.
Well, I'll remind people, since we are in the semifinals, this is no longer a best of three. This is a best of five. So you have to take three crowns in order to move on to the final.
Yeah, so it looks like our hottest time is just uh, just south of 7 minutes, so at a 6:42, and from Adelito, who is missing from this tournament this time, which has allowed a lot of these players to kind of shine in their own right. So I'm really excited. And on to again, not any pause, on to game two, and these individuals right back at it.
A lot of blue on Savage's board to start. Thankfully, she's getting a lot of blue to help out with that. And to your point about Adelito not being here, Ook got into the tournament because of the fact that Adelito could not be here this month. And wow, has he taken advantage of that opportunity with the showing he's given us this month?
Yeah, but definitely made work to make us realize why he is normally in our gold bracket and normally ranked pretty highly there. So uh, loving to see this matchup, and this is what we came to see. I I am looking at Ukside, a little bit of trash and not a lot of access to red at this point, but given the doctor is giving him nothing but red, of course. But now getting what he needs to break into his board here.
Meanwhile, Savage Shotgun pretty much needs nothing but blue and yellow, and she is getting, for the most part, nothing but blue and yellow. In fact, she's been able to take all those pills off pretty much without having to work at it at all. 128 was her time to level 10, going into her level 11, and a beautiful start to top, a little bit lacking in yellow, but lots of opportunities to take two viruses off at a time, Betty.
Yeah, and looking back on Oogsport, trying to keep this close, breaking some things down. I like what is doing here because he's taking these yellows so that he can clear them both at the same time with less pill fragments. That is definitely a great thing to do there. Also, he's prioritizing the reds and the blues, which I think is the right play considering he only had one yellow remaining. Now he needs this yellow doc. Thank you. Out at a 212, shaking his head, but still in this.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty far behind. Look at the virus count, but at the same time, this is only the second level. And we know that levels 12 and 13 can sometimes be it can be a toss up on a kind of level that you get very quickly. So this could very easily get reversed as right now Savage doing a good job near the bottom of her board, making certain to keep it pretty much as flat as possible, which is a little difficult considering the color she was getting for Wilder. But Ook, meanwhile, is working very well. He's closed the gap a little bit. He's got all colors available to him. He's got some good diversity right now, Betty.
Yeah, I'm enamored with Savage's level of play right here. She has taken minimal drop time the entire match and last match, and it is just amazing to watch the caliber that, someone who is able to just play straightforward, but also build up to where she doesn't need any drop time. It's amazing to watch coming from somebody who takes a lot of drop time to set up combos. It's wonderful to see. But on Uke's side, still tearing away at his level 11 as Savage is working on her level 12. And still everything's in the right place, but just needing more speed on that side to get back into this.
Yeah, Sarah, you mentioned is already in level 12. She got there at 312, which we've mentioned many times yesterday about how 3 minutes is the par. If you're for two levels, if you're playing 6-9, she did that on 10 to 13, which should say exactly how good of a performance she is having right now.
Hmm. And now just needing a little bit more blue, a little bit more red. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. There we go. All right, out at a 417. Definitely behind the eight ball here. About 30 viruses behind. And with a player like Savage, that is not a lead you want to give her.
And it's hurting that much more that start off he had pretty much no access to yellow, and he got several yellow pieces right off the bat, which it's really hard to keep your focus and not get frustrated when Doc does stuff like that.
Hmm. But these two players are used to the doctor's hijinks, we call it. The RNG is not favorable here, so it's something that we're used to seeing, and they're able to work within it. But it's always kind of frustrating when you see it.
Nice cross and then a drop combo by Savage Outgun. She is out of level 12 at a 507. She might
Wow.
even beat her time from the last level at this rate. And beautiful pieces again right off the bat, building up to taking a bunch of pills off really quickly here. Meanwhile, over on Ook's side, he's got a board that has very little yellow left, and that could end up slowing him down just a little bit because Yellow does seem to come up fairly frequently. It looks to me like he is waiting for a double red to take out a whole bunch of reds in a nice little Elia situation here. It looks like he's just gonna have to manufacture his own there.
My combo heart is singing with what he is setting up in Torg. That will be exactly what we're looking for sure. And so, but yes, in speed, it does take a bit to wait for those specific color combinations that you're looking for. And but Ook getting the color combination he needs to break away those yellows. I see what he's trying to do. He's going to be setting up this maybe. He's going to be setting up that red at the bottom to be taken horizontally after clearing out that blue. Just needing a few more reds now in order to clear this level 12. But Savage already 24 viruses away from clearing the whole level of her 13.
Yeah, and she's looking close to potentially getting this done in possibly a sub 7 if she can get the pills that she needs real quick. I see she has a nice fat log set up there for this red blue right there. Absolutely beautiful. And a drop and taking 3 more viruses off. She's down to just 12
Oh,
viruses left.
oh my God, did you see that wonderful combo by Savage? Oh, speaking of making my versus heart sing, that is exactly how you do it. A drop horizontal into a short stack clear. That was beautiful, Savage. Enjoy that one. And oh my God, look at what she's setting up. She is setting up clearing these blues in order to get a red monologue, as she so named it. Look at this. She's looking for one more red, and she is out at a 715 again, taking the second crown.
These are just some insane times by Savage here tonight. You and I were talking before the tournament that Savage was ready for today, and wow, is he ready?
Yeah, and you know what though? Like, if I'm Ook, I just need to shake these off, know that I know how to play this game, because I Ook every Monday, it's like clockwork, watching them practice these level brackets over and over again with the community. If you have not seen an Ook stream and gotten to participate with practicing with that crew, I definitely recommend it on Mondays. But he knows how to do this. He just put your head down, get in the game, and let's make this a decider. Like, hell, take 2 crowns, and then we'll get a real decider down to the last wire. The more content, the better, right?
And that 7:15 time by Savage Octagon is the number 14 hot time. So right now, Savage has 2 times in the top 20 for this level bracket.
That's great work, Savage. And they're off to the third crown here. And Savage looking to make it the last crown, and Ook definitely trying to give her a run for her money.
Yeah, not a lot of access to yellow early on either person's board. It'll be interesting to see how they do with the yellows they are given in order to open things up. Savage might open up a little, but Ook has got pretty much all of his yellow
Ooh.
in the columns 3 through 6. And that's going to make it really difficult to get a lot done. He's going to have to dig through a lot of blue and a fair bit of red here to get to most of it.
Yeah, but on Savage's side, she had a little bit of a dirty board, and you can see it here. She's trying to just bring it back to the way she likes to play it, which is a clean, straightforward board. But she really did have a lot of trash early on, not getting the pills she needed to in the order that she needed to. So just now cleaned it up, but that did take a little bit of time, and Ook is taking the lead here early on.
Yeah, he managed to get all the yellow access to those yellows very quickly, which is good because he has been absolutely flooded with yellows. He needs a little bit more red in order to really start doing a lot with his board. So hopefully he'll start getting that. As Savage is trying to close up, there was a 7 virus advantage for Ook right now. He's in a fairly decent position early on here.
Hmm. But you were saying it right, that he needs a lot of red help, and that he needs to clear some stuff in specific orders, and that's not always the situation you want to be in. But I do like how he's kind of platformed where he needs to be in order to be able
Well,
to
look
take.
at this double red coming here.
Yep, there it is. Beautiful.
He is out first at 2 minutes even. Salvage's not going to be all that far behind with just two viruses to go. There's double to clear one off. There's one blue piece. There's the other. She will be out at a 2:07.
Wow. And that is a little bit faster than her earlier rounds. So maybe she's working on making yet another PB because we always talk about PB strats here. It's the one sure way to win a crown, as it's been proven. It's new meta.
Yes, Savage Octagon's 10 through 13 PB is a 7:02 that she set back in June. So
Yeah, so
that's
has
going to
not
be
reached that today, but she's trying for it now.
Yeah, she might hit that. But Ook is sitting here going, let's not be too hasty here, because he is maintaining this lead and doing a great job keeping his board nice and flat. A little bit of lack of blue access, but blue, as we know, doesn't come up as often as other colors, so it's not a terrible thing that he's having to work for that. And he just managed to clear out most of that blue garbage, thankfully, due to a very fortunate timed blue yellow.
hmm And again, Savage just playing a really clean board. When she does have some trash, it seems like she clears it up right away, knowing that uh, that's what she needs to kind of keep her head in the match. And you're seeing that on display as she takes over the lead from Ook.
Only with a couple viruses though, but right now both these boards are in positions where a lot of viruses will get taken off quickly, so we might end up seeing this lead wobble back and forth a little bit here near the end, as looks like that Ook is setting up for horizontal on those blues down there. Right now, just needs red and blue in order to get through this, and unfortunately, he's getting a fair amount of yellow, which is not what he wants to be seeing right now.
Oh, but look at this. I don't necessarily know. It's going to clear up right away, so I'm not even going to mention it. But just needing a few more blue on Ook's side in order to get up with Savage into level 12. Come on, blue. A little bit more. But Savage, a wonderful L clear to start her 12 and right on the way. Wow, I love that tuck in there to make sure everything's in the right place. Savage is definitely playing amazing right now.
Yeah, Ook is about 15 seconds back right now, which is not too bad going in level 12. We've seen people come back in this losing from as much as 25 to 30 seconds. This is very easily doable. And right now, Ook is getting, for the most part, the pills he needs. He's got nice diversity. It's not just every color, but every color combination has a place to go. Well, Savage, the other side, doesn't have a lot of access to blue, and it looks like she's getting a little bit of that, which could slow things down slightly for her.
But I mean, she's getting what she needs in order to make sure that this remains clean. And that's something that I'm continuing to see as she's playing. Oh, look at this. Oh gosh, and then setting up for that blue horizontal, Savage just playing a forward-thinking game, and it's just amazing to watch. And on Ook's side, keeping this close, definitely, bringing down that lead that Savage had coming into this level, and
Look at this move here. That's a
making it
nice
interesting.
job. Took off like what, five viruses there?
hmm And I again, now this is the style of play that I love to see as a versus player, and Ook is putting that on display of, making sure that his clears are taking more than just one virus at a time. Now, not always the best for speed running, but he is making quick speed. He is keeping up with Savage and making this a very close match.
Yeah, at pretty much close to the midway point to level, it was about a 20 virus difference, and now it's down to just a 5 virus difference. Is
Oh,
Savage Octagon is starting her level 13.
Ook had a little bit of a misplay. You see that blue in the top of one that he had meant to drop. It took a little bit of time there, but it didn't cause too much issue there. And he is joining Savage into this level 13. Now both tied with the virus count.
Yeah, there is about a 3-second advantage or so on the timer for Savage Octagon, but with it being tied at this particular point with about 40 viruses to go, 3 seconds is absolutely nothing. This one is
Mm.
going to come down to the wire, folks. If you don't have a drink in front of you, you may have to wait a couple minutes to get it.
For sure. Like, you do not wanna look away from this because this is Savage playing for, the finals, and this is Ook playing for his life. So, this I here in this tournament. And so
I'm
it
glad you
is
defined that.
yes, this is not a grudge match here. You know, people get to live happy lives after losing a Dr. Mario tournament. It's okay. But yes, these 2, down to the wire here, and Savage pulling away a little bit, of a lead from Ook again.
A little bit of a lead, it's about a 5 virus lead, but you can see a lot of the perils that the Ook has set right now. He has positions take off very quickly, and just like that, now it's a 3 virus lead. And you know, the difference is right
Oh
now
my
is the fact that again, Ook needs a fair amount of blue. That could slow him up, but there's a double blue to help out quite a bit. 4 to 7 right now. This is going to be going
oh
Rev
my
Champ
god, Savage got what
one to
she needed
four, and
out of the
Savage is out
759.
at a 7:59. Ook will be just out at an 8:09. So close, Ook.
Oh
GG
my
on those
god.
matches. Those were outstanding matches by both of our competitors.